has undergone a serious renovation in the last 8 months. People primarily remember it as the Khyber. It has been cleaned up, refreshed. Their menu is now focused on a more southern New Orleans-centric theme, along with a very big craft beer menu, which is a big highlight in the city of Philadelphia. Philadelphia recently has been named one of the top 14 cities in the world for beer, as well as being named by Esquire magazine as one of the top 7 cities in America for beer. I am here with Jared Littman, who is the founder and president of PhillyTapFinder.com, which is an incredible resource and site for those living in Philadelphia and around the surrounding areas to get an insight into the beer programs at some of the top craft bars in the city. Jared, welcome. Thank you very much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
What was the inspiration of your website?
The inspiration for the website for PhillyTapFinder.com came from a personal experience of my wife and ours in tracking down beers in Philadelphia. We would hear about a beer that we really wanted, would find that it was in town, and we're looking to find that particular beer. In our case, it was sour, wild fermented beers. We tend to like pretty funky beers, and there's just no resource for being able to locate that beer in town. So nobody else was coming up with a solution, so we decided to do it on our own.
Nice. I think that's a good point. In terms of craft beer movement in America, a lot of it is homegrown, and a lot of the craft beer movement is derived from individuals who brew their own beers at home. So I like the idea that it's a small homegrown business. This is not your primary business, however.
No, it's not. I am a lawyer full-time, but beer is always on my mind. Throughout the day, we grow our own hops in Philadelphia in the Queen Village Community Garden. We brew our own beer. We're around town, at the local bars. I think the bars are really receptive to that we're not outsiders. We're Philly people. We live here, we work here, we drink here. And that's something that I think has been a big benefit to us.
Now, Philadelphia, for everyone, is very well known for its recent growth of the gastropub scene. Not only a great food program, let's say refined bar food, but also a more sophisticated approach in terms of delivering high-quality American craft beers stylized after Belgian or German or potentially English-style beers. Obviously, your inspiration or your passion goes more toward Belgian styles. Do you see a trend in terms of any leanings toward types of stylized beers in any of the bars that you bring into your site?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I wouldn't say I'm just a Belgian guy. I mean, I drink a lot of American beers, from the city of Philadelphia and its surrounding areas. In terms of the bars, what I've noticed, which is amazing, bars that used to not be craft beer bars realize that's what Philadelphia wants. They've actually transitioned from serving Budweiser and Bud Light and Miller Lite to serving Yards, Fly Fox, and all the other great local beers. Which is great. I mean, your typical corner bar in Philadelphia is a craft beer bar, and there's not many cities out there that can say that. And one guy, I saw a tweet the other day, he said that he knows that Philadelphia has made as a craft beer city when he saw a bottle of Trogs Sunshine Pills empty on the corner. I mean, it means, that's what people are drinking in Philadelphia, and to me, what Frommers is saying, what you said in your intro, and what other magazines are saying, it's true. And in my mind, it is simply the best beer city in America.
I have to be in agreement with you as well. In terms of timing of your site coming online about 6 to 8 months ago?
Yeah, 6 months, September 2010.
I think it's a great introduction for consumers in the Philly area because Philadelphia is very well known for their Philly Beer Week, which occurs every June for 2 weeks. What do you have planned for that particular festival on your site?
Well, it's a month away, but I'm resting up now. We actually worked out an agreement with Philly Beer Week that Philly Tap Finder is going to track all the draft lists for every venue hosting an event. They're up to close to 200 venues as far as I know, who each one hosts at least a couple events. And they brought us on to be able to post a draft list for each one of those events. which I think is great. I think people wanted that. If you notice at a lot of beer festivals and and venues hosting special events, they'll tell you everything, where it is, what time it is, what brewery's going to be there, but they never say what beers are going to be there. And that's what people want to know. Philly Beer Week recognize that. That's our focus. So we are going to work together, and we're excited. We're a pretty lean operation in Philadelphia, Philly Tap Finder. It's just my wife and I, so we're thrilled to get the call, and like I said, we're getting some reps now. We'll be up for the challenge.
We're doing some beer research right now at the Khyber, as I said. Let's talk a little bit about their website itself, the intricacies. What does it allow for a typical beer goer on your site to find and discover?
The beauty of Philly Tap Finder can be used in so many different ways. If you're a beer geek looking for a specific beer, a rare beer or a rare import, you can search by that way. You can also do a basic search by just looking for what your favorite bar has on draft. But also, in addition to catering to the beer geeks out there, and there's more than enough in Philadelphia, I wanted to develop a site that people just getting into craft beer could use, and I think I've done that. So you could search by, just by a style. So if you're just getting into craft beers and you had an IPA this past weekend and you're like, I like IPAs, I wonder if there's, what others are out there in Philadelphia, you can search by style. So it's not just for beer nerds, it's for, everybody, including people that are just starting to get into craft beer.
So it's not for your serious beer geeks, but also a newcomer who may have a slight interest and says, hey, where can I find what I just drank this weekend?
Exactly. We all started somewhere in craft beer. We all didn't start, drinking just craft beers, all the time. You have to start somewhere, and we wanted to make sure that we gave a resource for those people as well.
Sure. I want to talk a little bit about how bars get onto your site. Do you have any particular requirements for particular restaurants or bars to become members or be mentioned or referenced on your website?
Yeah, there is, in order to have your list posted at this juncture, you do have to meet the minimum criteria, which is 5 rotating craft beers. In addition to that, we always need to work out an arrangement with the bars so that we know that the list, that they'll be feeding us the information regularly. I mean, we take it very seriously that these lists are kept updated. It's sort of, if we're not putting out reliable and credible information, then the site breaks down. So we like to be able to work this out with the bars. Now, we try to make it as easy as possible for the bars. They can send their information any way they want. Some bars will actually take a picture of their chalkboard and text it to me. Some bars email me. Some bars text me. Some bars I talk to on the phone. We do all the inputting, so we recognize that bar owners and managers and employees are some of the busiest people in Philadelphia, and we try to take that burden away from them and put it on us.
That's nice. There's not a particular data requirement that needs to be fulfilled.
Exactly.
They'll take it off their hands.
Yep.
So it's an easy process for all your bar owners and managers out there to get exposed and to deliver that particular information to PhillyTapFinder.com. What do you particularly like these days on the Philly craft beer scene in terms of maybe favorite bars that you enjoy frequenting for their beer program, and maybe also how it complements the food that's being served?
I wouldn't, I do have, personal favorites, and like you said, I do like the ones that, my ideal of a night out is to be able to sit at a bar, not get bumped into, have a nice selection of beers, and some food to complement it. And in Philadelphia, there's those types of bars all over, from my neighborhood where I live in Queen Village to the other side of town, and I sort of have my particular places in each neighborhood.
Now again, we're at the Khyber Pass Pub, which also has a phenomenal beer program, Southern style New Orleans centered cuisine, which goes great with comforting beers, a great pairing, especially now we're in the spring. Are you looking out for any particular beers now that the weather's getting warmer that you'll potentially see on your website?
I know me in particular, I'm a very seasonal drinker. I tend to drink, quarters and stouts all winter, and I have. And as the season starts changing, I get more into different saisons and some lighter beers. In terms of specific beers, always new stuff is coming to town that I keep my eye out for. I know some particular ones, but that's a little secret of mine for right now. And if you keep checking out the site, that's where all the information is. I new and exciting beers that come in. We're very active on Facebook and Twitter. We make these breaking news announcements. And we've developed great relationships with the bars where they're happy to provide us, inside information on these beers coming into town.
Nice. And just now you mentioned Facebook and social media. Why don't you remind your fans and new fans how to find you on Facebook and Twitter?
So it's I'm Philly Tap Finder on Twitter, and PhillyTapFinder.com page on Facebook. It's that easy. That's the inside information on the beers. They direct you to the website to find out where these particular beers are. I point out particularly special draft lists that go on for the night, and a lot of times I get inside information on the beers that are being carried for special events, and I try to spread the word through Twitter and then on the Facebook and then on the website.
That says a lot about the times we live. It's very social media driven. You're really on the cusp of things, I find, with your site. How many bars do you currently have as members, and do you have any particular outlook as to the growth of your site?
There's 63 bars now. We're always looking for new members, and after that we do plan on expanding. Our next move is into the suburbs. We've got a lot of requests from bars out in Bucks County that love the site and they want to be included. We've got a lot of requests from South Jersey, of great beer bars out there. They want to be included. So that's the next move. Our focus is always on keeping draft lists updated. So once we get we've mastered Philadelphia, then we're going to make the move. I've seen other sites in all types of industries expand too fast, and that ends up being the end of the site. So we're really focused on credible information. Once we have Philly mastered, we can't wait to expand to the brews, to the great craft beer bars in the burbs.
The name of your site is perfect. It's specific. It is Philly. But Philly again can be grown into South Jersey, potentially Delaware, the Pennsylvania suburbs. So there's a lot of opportunity for you. I think we got a really good understanding of what your site delivers, your anticipations. It's nice that you get to work with your wife also on this passion project of yours, and to see that Philadelphia is embracing the beer program. Any final words that you can offer to new drinkers out there, what your site can offer them that maybe no other site really gives them?
No, just check out the site. I mean, we take updating this list seriously. Every bar on there is kept current, where you could feel that you're getting good, reliable information. The consumers that have checked it out love it. The bars love it. I think it's brought Philadelphia craft beer scene to a new level. So check it out.
Great. Well, on that, I want to raise my pint glass. Cheers. Thank you very much for joining me today. We look forward to hearing more information on Philly Beer Week in middle of June, but you'll have that information probably as the month of May reaches its end. This is your Philly Food Dude from foodistfiles.com. Thank you for joining me.